Have you started renting out your Southern California property, say Long Beach, Los Angeles, or Orange County? Maintaining your rental property is one of the most important responsibilities you have as a landlord. That said, it can be time-consuming and even costly if you don't know what you're doing. Rental property maintenance requires consistent watchfulness, adherence to timelines, great record-keeping skills, and ideally, a local network of reliable technicians and vendors. Maintaining your rental property doesn't have to be daunting for you as a landlord if you consider the following tips. Embrace making repairs. When you own a rental property, you need to understand and even embrace the fact making periodic repairs is part of your responsibility of maintaining your property. Think of taking quick action on periodic repairs and being proactive with preventive maintenance as ways of preventing larger expenses in the future. If for some reason they are deemed to be the tenant's responsibility, then the tenant can potentially be charged back for the repair. If you don't detect a problem, or even worse, you completely ignore it, you may face greater expenses down the road. Repairs and property renovations don't just save you money in the long run, but also ensure a good relationship between you and your tenants. By showing concern and being quick to resolve issues, you're more likely to gain the advantages of retaining long-term tenants. Over time, the more you embrace preventive maintenance and periodic repairs, the less expensive they will become. Therefore, you might as well embrace them. And next, ensure basic services are working. Of course, a landlord must make sure all plumbing, heating, electrical, and the gas supply are safe, operable, and working right. This also applies to air conditioning and all appliances included in the lease. A failure in one of these areas may cause harm to your property as well as your tenants, exposing you to legal liability. So, when issues arise with these basic systems, you need to address them immediately and document everything. Whatever you do, please make sure the basics are working. Help keep property clean and free of pests. Depending on the property, this may mean anything from supplying enough trash receptacles and porter services to providing a gardener or regular pest control services. As a property owner, you have responsibility to maintain the habitability of your rentals. Having trash all over the place can cause damage around your premises and may generate additional costs in terms of getting rid of insects such as flies and roaches. Poor conditions will result in higher tenant turnover, lower rents, and potential problems with the health inspector. It is important that rental property owners do their part to make sure the property is clean and free of pests. Comply with building codes and structural integrity. Look, it's your duty as the landlord to ensure that your rental space is healthy and safe for all tenants. This includes matters of structural integrity and building codes. Some of the requirements set by the state and federal authorities include the placement of CO2 and smoke detectors, proper electrical work, addressing lead-based paint issues, pest infestations, and asbestos. California has a fairly new law called SB 721, otherwise known as the Balcony Bill, which will affect all residential buildings 3 units or more with wooden exterior elevated elements, things like balcony and raised walkways. There are multiple other local ordinances that rental property owners need to comply with. Bottom line is, when there is an issue involving structural integrity or building codes, it's usually about safety. So protect your tenant, protect yourself, and take care of these issues promptly. Next is maintain the property's common areas. If you have a multi-unit property, It's not the tenant's responsibility to maintain the common areas. Some of the elements of the common spaces that you should look at include staircases, floors, gates, common doors, lighting, and the general exterior. The staircase and banister should be sturdy and free from slipping hazards. As for the floors, you should install non-slip materials to help prevent accidents. Check that the doors and gates have self-closing mechanisms. You will want to make sure that graffiti is properly removed and junk is not allowed to collect. Finally, proper lighting in common areas reduces the possibility of accidents and makes tenants feel safer. A little proactive attention here can make a big difference. Our next tip is conduct regular inspections. You should do a move-in inspection and record it for easy reference in case of any future complaints from your tenants. The move-in inspection is important since it makes both the landlord and the tenant aware of the state of the unit before the start of the lease. In California, a pre-move-out inspection must be offered. You also need to do a move-out inspection to determine what needs to be done in order to get the property ready to release again or sell, and also to determine if there are any deductions that need to be made from the security deposit. Regular periodic inspections throughout the tenancy will help to monitor the usual wear and tear and identify small issues before they become bigger and more costly. This will help save you money in the long run and keep your tenants safe and happy. And finally, respond quickly and be proactive. Timeliness is a common theme in all the tips we just laid out. When you respond promptly, your tenants will feel taken care of and more likely to stay longer. When you respond quickly, you can prevent small problems from turning into big ones. For example, unattended leaks can turn into dry rot or even mold. If you are proactively doing preventive maintenance, you're not only addressing issues before they become big problems, but you're able to address several items at the same time and not having to pay for multiple service calls when problems are reported. At the end of the day, if you respond quickly and are proactive, you will have less overall deferred maintenance expenses, less legal risk, happier tenants, and a better property. Bottom line, as a landlord, you must address the task associated with maintaining your rental property. If you embrace making repairs, ensure basic services are working, help keep property clean and free of pests, comply with building codes and structural integrity, maintain the property's common areas, conduct regular inspections, respond quickly, and be proactive, you will be successful in maintaining your property. Having well-maintained rentals attracts better tenants and ensures a smooth relationship between you and the people residing in your property. If you need advice or guidance relating to this or any other aspect of property management, turn to the experts at the Mike Dunfee Group. With rich experience relating to rental property management, we are the best people to help you manage your real estate investment. Contact us today and learn more about our services. And thanks for watching. Please feel free to share and like and all that sort of thing. And see you next time.